Welcome back, everybody. The Hampton Road Show is trying to help you organize your life. Amy Volk with Simplified Living is here to help us manage our space. And the space we're talking about today is those important and emergency documents, how to take care of them, what to do, and why you should do it. Amy, welcome back.
Yeah, thank you. Well, in light of all the bad weather and just events all over the world, I really felt like it was important to address important documents in our life, in addition to emergency documents. I issued a challenge to my blog readers at the beginning of the month to start organizing mail and paper, and so they have all these steps they're doing. So I'm going to go through some of that here. What we want to talk about first is gathering all your important documents, and what I mean by that are things like passports, birth certificates, marriage certificates, divorce and custody paperwork. It goes on and on. Military discharge information, wills, power of attorneys. And things like deeds to all kinds of stuff like boats and other houses and RVs. All of that is important paperwork.
Every single one of those that you mentioned.
Right.
What is the best way to go about organizing and keeping them safe?
Once you've gathered all of that information, what you want to do is start to gather it in one place. Now, I'm going to go over a couple of ways that we have. First, just a hardcore document binder, right? So we're going to do documents in here. Something like having all of your passports right up front, and then you can get these pocket dividers, and we've talked about binder systems for other things, but start to categorize what kind of important documents you have. As you get all of this in here, then everything you would ever need, if the house was burning down, you could grab this and you could have irreplaceable documents in this. This also fits into a fire safe box, which is the second thing I want to talk about. We'll have a picture of a fire safe box coming up here shortly, but if you organized it in a binder like this, or you just threw everything into a fire safe box like this. This is a nice sturdy one which holds hanging files. You could really organize everything, all these important documents, right into those hanging files. That has a lock on it. You grab that box in an emergency, or if something happened to someone in your family, you wouldn't have to go hunting through piles of paperwork.
And that's usually what happens with most people is they need something and they go straight to the filing cabinet.
Yes.
And they search.
Yes.
Which is not a good idea.
It's not, and worse than that is I have people who are folks all the time who have just piles of this stuff. They'll say, I have no idea where my passport is. I have no idea where the birth certificates are, and that. So you want to first gather it and then decide which tool works best for you. A binder, a file system, or just a hanging file system is better than a pile.
Yeah, I really like the big book right here, the documents all in one place into the safe. Now,
Agreed.
what about making copies?
Okay, so copies are great, but better than copies are digital fingerprints of all of this. You can actually create, you don't have to have any of this. You could actually do an entire digital file. I have a couple of solutions here. This is a neat scanner. This is their mobile desktop version. They also make a larger version. But literally, this scans documents, receipts, and business cards. But if you scanned birth certificates, wills, anything like that, this could then make a digital copy. Here is the one I use. This what we see on the screen right now is from the iPhone app, and any smartphone can download it. It's called Doc Scanner. This is just a flyer I received in the mail. I took a picture of it with my phone using this app called Doc Scanner. It does all of what I just talked about and creates a cloud version of all of your important documents. So you can have it in iCloud. You could also have it in Evernote, or create a Dropbox folder that has all of your important documents stored digitally. And that is just it's a $4.99 app. It takes pictures of every single document. People have said they've taken hundreds of thousands of pages of documents scanned and used them in the cloud.
You know, you hear so many nightmares about people who have lost their birth certificate or they've lost their passport or something like that. This right here will give you peace of mind.
It will give you peace of mind. And then it's not a bad idea to take all of that and even do just a CD copy, and you could give this to someone else and say, hey, if anything happens to us, you have the backup of our life, someone that you really, really trust.
Very nice. Here, I'll take this. This is your life. You trust me with it?
Everything. Social Security accounts, everything.
All right. Well, thank you, Amy. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
All right. Great advice, Amy, as always.
You.
Get in touch with Amy Volk from her Simplified Living Today to get your life organized. Log on to simplifiedlivingtoday.com. We'll also link you to thehamptonroadshow.com. Amy, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good advice.